I'm a little bit later than 9 o'clock. I've not long got home, actually. It's been a long day, as you can probably tell from the title of the live stream. I started work at 9 o'clock this morning, and I literally got in 10 minutes ago. So I had to rush in. Have a look. I've got these nice little, I think, salami and Gouda cheese wrap things. Had a couple of them, grabbed a bit of the Old Faithful, and out I come. So hopefully we should get a couple of people turning up soon. Who we got? Bloodnose. Good to see you, Andy. Good to see you too, Bloodnose. And thank you for joining the chat. And good you're here. It's been a bit of a busy, long day, really. A lot of it was waiting around. Press the like, everybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of it was waiting around. I took someone to Heathrow this morning who lives in Arizona, and he'd come over to see his mum and dad and gone back. And I've just had a text from my mum saying, hi Grumps, are you okay? Now, what she means by that is, hi Grumps, why aren't you live? So she'll see that I am in a minute. Evening, Andy boy, hope you're well. I'm not bad, Adam Apple, good to see you. Julie Keys, hello to you, welcome. And everybody's on. Yeah, as I was saying, I took someone to Heathrow this morning, and oh God, what did I do? My brain's fogged. I dropped him off, and he actually lives in America, in Arizona, and he come over to see his mum and dad, who are quite elderly, kind of 87 and 93, I think he said their ages are. And then that was 11 o'clock this morning, and then I had a 6 o'clock landing at Gatwick, so there's no point in going home in between. So I stayed up there and loitered with intent, as you call it. And I've not long got home, so it's been about 12 hours on the road, really. A bit of a long one. Hello, Trevor Moore. Good to see you, and cheers for joining the chat. To say a little bit later, but we are here. I heard someone saying on one of the comments earlier that some of the times are a little bit up and down at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't help that, because the airport business has gone absolutely nuts. Billy-O, bananas and all the rest of it. And that's taking up an awful lot of my time at the moment. I know what I'd much rather be doing. That's sitting here talking to you fine people. But there's people who need taking to the airport as well. But I try and maintain a balance between the two. As you can see, I got some content out today while I was sitting around. So that's something. I did a little bit opinion pieces and something Jim Davison said about the lefties on GB News, which made my day, as I'm sure it did others. He always has a point of sticking the boot in there, old Jim, and saying what he thinks. That's pretty cool. Where are all my people anyway? Who have we got? 11 so far. Hi Grumps, no notification. What's funny, Mum, I started and then I saw your little message come up saying, are you okay? Which means, yeah. Hello, Peter Adams. Yeah, the airport business is taking off, literally. Hi, Andy and friends. Hope you're rested after your long days. I hear AB is coming down to Kent with KH. Not sure when and where. Oh, I didn't know that. I know he was talking about heading a bit further our direction, John, at some point, but who knows. Lorna Mackenzie. Hi, Andy and all. Hi. That's cool. Good to see you, Lorna. Hope your day's gone well. I'm all bleary-eyed. Peter Adams, hello. John H, hello. Good to see you. Ivo, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All the best to you all. Yeah, as I was saying, lately the timings of the live streams have been a little bit up and down. And that's purely because of the work schedule the airport runs. I've had to kind of compromise and fart about in the background because obviously people need taking to their destinations. Thankfully, I've managed to get myself another driver, so with any luck it'll take a bit of the pressure off, and days like today won't be so much. That was yeah, that was a bit of a monster one, that was. I had to sit at one service stop for about 3 hours, and then another one for another 3 hours, and then find another car park to hide in. you're constantly avoiding the parking charges all the way around. It's something you can only do your best, Andy. We appreciate you. Thank you, John H. I appreciate you as well and all the support you give me. That's why I come out here and get this done. But I've got a nice little few tins of something waiting for me indoors, which will be good when we're finished. Burger Van Man, hola to you. I hope you're good. Oh, I could do with a burger. I must admit, I went into the Tesco's at Gatwick earlier, and they were still doing their all-day breakfast at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so I had a sneaky one of them, keep me going. But it's all good. I tried sleeping in the back of this thing, by the way, and that didn't work today. It really didn't. What have we got? Oh my God, Diane Abbott's footwear assistant. Hi Andy, hope you're okay, mate. I thought that said Diane Abbott's mathematical assistant then, but yeah, I'm good. Cheers for joining. Kim Alliston, good evening Andy and all the lovely Gabby Cabby community. Good evening to you, Kim Alliston. Hope you're good. Yeah, you say lovely Gabby Cabby community. I mean, it is, isn't it? We're all, you know, friends here, say hi and all the rest of it. It's all good. Nigel the handyman's in the house. Good to see you. Hope you've had a good day. Julie Baldwin as well. Exchanged a couple of messages with you today. And she sent me that funny car of 2022. Or the jam jar. Ivo, just asking how. Just asking how. How what? Bridget Charleston, good to see you. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, hope you've had a good day. Hello, Alan. Good to see you from Chester. Christine Ayres, evening, Andy. Hope all's well. I see Sky News finally admitted today that the Azov Battalion are neo-Nazis, and Putin was not lying about that fact, as an article from 2018 mentioned this fact too. Oh, I must have missed that today. Hello, Dave Bryan. Good to see you. Here, look, the outdoor slam. Whee! Already. I am going to fix that one of these days, even though I keep saying. Yeah, I saw another thing as well to do with, you know, fake news or the... what's the word? The covering of real news and real facts. They had a scene which looked like it was a bombed out part of Ukraine, and somebody took the same scene from Beirut a few years before and ran them next to each other, and they did look remarkably similar. So which one was which? In other words, you can't believe everything you read. It's well, to quote a term that somebody I know uses, egregious. Hi, Alan Pape. Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, excellent. Nigel the handyman, don't ask me. All right, so I won't. As I say, I've got that big ring light down. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. It's like Mary Poppins' handbag in this car. Where are we? Yeah, one of those. It's a big ring light. It's a bit like a halo, actually. You put it on your head. Gary Thornbury, 23 states have passed constitutional carry rights. Soon there'll be 50 states. Oh, does that mean carry as in concealed carry or just general carry? I know what you're referring to there. Hi, Christine. We meet again. I'm fine, thanks. Finally managed to get antibiotics for my tooth problem after my face turned like a tomato from the infection. Christ, NHS like to make people suffer. Did they mention pulling it out, Christine, or is it just the infection? Yes, concealed carry. Okay, Gary, I know a lot of states allowed that already, but I wasn't sure how many, but 50 is nearly all of them, isn't it? Avon representative, cool. Okay. Yeah, how many states are there in America? Is it 52? Or am I a little bit out? I can't remember the exact number. Got to treat the infection before they can pull it out. Okay, all right. Is that what you're going for? Bit of the old pliers job and give it a pull. 50. Okay. Lib Dumps have started a campaign to rejoin the EU. Well, they can fuck right off, can't they? They're about as much use as a chocolate teapot on a beach. Hello, Sharon Shooter. Good to see you. Good for you to turn up. Police UK on every live. I just get a black screen. Okay, what are you using to look at the live? Using a phone, a tablet, a PC? I'm not sure about that one. March 2021, not allowed to travel more than 5 miles. March 2022, can't afford to travel more than 5 miles. You got that right, haven't you? They'll out prices with the petrol soon enough. Hello, Peter Smith. Good to see you. The dentist needs to surgically remove it. Can't get a grip on a broken tooth. Has gum line. Oh, okay. Well, I had one of mine had to come out like that. Bloody nuisance. There's going to be a coalition with Labour and Lib Dumps. Ugh, they can dump off. Hello, Anna Perkins. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Saw you comment on a thing or two earlier. Yeah, I thought it was 52, Julie, but apparently there's only 50. I mean, I've got to take Gary's word for it. He should know, considering where he is. B. Wilkins, hit the lockdown back on Australia, China. Oh, don't. They're bloody starting it already. We've got all this crap with Ukraine. Well, I say crap. It's not crap. It's awful. But you know what I mean. And all of a sudden you get these little square adverts about the convid sneaking in round the side where we can't see it. It's all the fine art of distraction, isn't it? Absolutely mad. Alan Pape, Christine, not funny. The tooth must be badly decayed. Yeah, they can get you from the inside, can't they, and work out and really wreck the tooth. It's awful. Listen, folks, this is Andy the Gabby Cabby's Daily Chat. Good to see you all. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Get the old algorithm talking about these little live chats of ours. And if you haven't done so already and you're new to the channel, and just the occasional watcher, please consider subscribing, because those seem to have stalled a little bit at the moment, and I'm not quite sure why that is, as I just carry on doing the same thing that I'm doing day in, day out. Maybe I need to piss somebody off and get them talking about me. Maybe that might work. I don't know. No, that's not my style, that. Top general in the Middle East warns Iran has 3,000 ballistic missiles that can hit Israel. Confirms US will sell F-15 fighter jets to Egypt. Yeah, I saw that one, Jason, before I come out. Gary Moore, evening all 50 states in the USA. Okay. Jason O'Brien says there's only a trickle of Syrians heading to fight for Russia. Everything's overinflated, isn't it, in the media? You know, they try and work in big numbers to scare the shit out of us. That's, you know, let's face it, that's what it's all about. I might not be here on Thursday, Andy. I've got my first diabetic eye test. Not looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, I've got a friend who has to have one of those. They squirt stuff in your eyes and all sorts, don't they? And you can't drive or anything for a bit. If Puerto Rico rejoin, it'll be 51. Oh, okay. Police UK. No, I've never been to Germany. My old man was stationed there in the army for 4 years. Back in the 60s, but I've never been. My son has. He went on a school trip there. Oh, probably about 7 or 8 years ago now. And he enjoyed it. There was a big theme park as well. Yes, really missing factual breakdown, Kim Alliston says. Yeah, I had some email communication with factual breakdown earlier today. Thought I'd drop her a quick email, and she's got a couple of bits going on in the background, which is making it a little bit difficult for her to pop on here. And also what doesn't help is little old me chopping and changing the time slightly, making it a little bit more complicated. I don't really mean to do that. It's just the way the last couple of weeks have worked out. But, you know, I come here and I chat, and if it's compatible time of day with you, pop on. If it's not, come on another time. That's the beauty of it. I'm easy. easy as can be. Police UK, I'd really like to visit Poland soon. Yeah, I saw a map. They've been hit with a hell of a lot of refugees. I think 1.5 million. I think all the countries around that area, they've had the most of them. Hi Andy, you might be needed in the Ukraine because you know karate. I only know little bits. I'm about halfway up the old pecking order. Biden and Johnson can't whinge, cry and complain about China selling weapons to Russia. Did you see Russia has sanctioned Biden and Clinton and a few others on a bit of a hit list? I think they call that a proportionate response. Hello, Doris James. Good to see you. Oh, Hunter Biden was sanctioned as well, which I found quite telling. I think one of the main things is they're not welcome or not allowed in Russia. But the way things are at the moment, I don't think they're going anywhere near the place. Hiya, Cosmic Wartoad. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Neil Wilson. Hello, Andy. Hope you're keeping well. I certainly am. Good to see you as well. I don't know if anybody of you follow Police Off the Cuff. I saw Bill Cannon on there earlier, and he's gone down to, is it Isla Mirada, he calls it, one of the Florida Keys. It's absolutely beautiful down there. I think he's gone fishing for a few days for a bit of a break, get away from all the excitement. That's one place I'd like to go, Florida, actually. I wish people would stop panicking about World War III. It's quite simple, Police UK. They're just listening to the media, aren't they? And there seem to be a lot of occurrences of the word nuclear or war or weapons or Iran or even North Korea sometimes. Anything they can choose to wind us all up. We need to, come back and take a bit of perspective on it. Yes, my mum has just mentioned something. They've got a centre set up locally where they've been helping get donations together for the refugees that have come out of Ukraine, and they've been collecting food, bedding, toiletries, all sorts of the normal things that everybody needs. And my mum's been up there the last 2 days helping out. She was only supposed to go up there yesterday, but had so much fun she went back today as well and gave a couple of days to it. So that's good. There's a lot of volunteers there doing stuff. Hunter Biden and Vladimir Putin families are innocent. It's Putin, Biden and Jinping the problem and the cause of it all. You won't see that in the press, will you? We should take in more Ukraine refugees because when the war is over, they will go back, unlike other refugees. Yeah, but Harry, they've been told, or at least I've read they've been told, they can stay for up to 3 years. So how long is this going to go on for? And what's going to happen in those 3 years? Can they go back again? When we take in the Ukrainians and then they go back, we will then replace. Yeah. Did you see that video I did earlier? There was something like 200 of them come across on their dinghies earlier on. The passengers I brought back this evening, we started talking about politics, and we got talking about the situation down in Dover, and they said, oh, that's a sore spot with us. Don't talk about that. And when I told them I called them the dinghy divers, they howled with laughter. They'd never heard the phrase. 3 years from the end of the war, clock doesn't start until then. Right, okay. So, yeah, when does that happen? Once they settle here, they will not go back, Christine Mary. I remember back to the times of... I swear it's Chechnya, when everything was going on around that time. And you started seeing people here, and they were literally begging at the bus stops for loose change and all that sort of thing. And I hope if anybody is brought over here, they're not just dumped. I was only, late teens, I suppose, at the time, and all that was happening. But... Jason O'Brien, countries with lower cost of living should take in refugees, not countries like the UK. You've got all those countries around the Ukraine, haven't you? Yeah, EU, but former Soviet states, and they've taken in some. But I think Poland's the one, according to the map I saw, that's taken in them, quite a lot of them. So when will the government pay to take in UK ex-army vets? Very valid point, Carl Williams. You've got loads of them on the streets, homeless, and they never get looked at. And it's always everybody and everything else, isn't it? It's a very sad state of affairs. It's my understanding, and people like Jim Davison with the charities that he has and has been a part of trying to help these veterans. But it's my understanding, with the normal rank and file soldier, i.e. private, an NCO, corporal, sergeant, whatever, they have 20 years of army and routine and discipline, and then they come out and it blows their mind, and they can't handle society or the indiscipline of normal life, and they walk away from everything. And some of them actually end up by choice being in the position they're in because they can't handle normal society. And who helps them? Nobody. And that's a real shame. And I think more does need sorting out with that regard to help them. And that's where charities like Old Jim come in, care after combat and all that sort of thing. UK and Ireland, very naughty. We steal men, best people from other countries. Very selfish of us. I saw a thing earlier where I've got to look into it more, but they were talking about throwing Northern Ireland under the bus, renaming us from the United Kingdom to Great Britain, thereby giving the excuse to kick them out. A lot of them are saying they don't want to come here. It's too far. They want to stay close to their husbands and sons who are fighting. How you can't odds that, can you? You can't odds that. Hello, Jeff Bridges. Good to see you. Peter Adams. Can't believe the amount of Polish shops opening in High Wycombe. Yeah, there's loads, isn't there? We've got a high street not far from me where there's an awful lot of Eastern European type shops with groceries and all that sort of thing. Yeah, friendly, nice people, granted, but there is a lot of them. Blue Neeson, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Jason O'Brien, a lot in Birmingham. Okay. Bob Davey, check out the Mark Devlin Odyssey. The war is a big, massive psyop to wake up everybody, part of the Great Reset. That makes sense. Tony from Hawley is in the chat. Good to see you. I've been in your neck of the woods for most of the day today. If I thought of you, I could have tried to do something about it. I spent most of my afternoon in the car park at Tesco's. England has lost its national... I think it lost that a while back, to be honest with you, didn't it? Stephen Wild, evening Andy, good to see you. My Irish friend told me that Northern Ireland was stolen by us British years ago. There's a hell of a long history, isn't there, with Ireland, which goes back hundreds of years. You got the potato famine, and it goes back a lot further than that, I feel. Mark Hampson, evening to you. Yeah, I have had a long day, and it's nearly at an end. Listen, everybody, this is the Gabby Cabby's Daily Chat in the old jam jar. Coming and seeing all of you at the end of the day. Hope you're all okay. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please do that on the old like button and help the algorithm find us. That'll all be good. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing as well to Andy the Gabby Cabby. We need to get those subscribers shifting again. I need to look at ways of doing it. Factual Breakdown is in the house. Hello to you, my friend. Good to see you. People have been asking about you earlier on in the chat, so good to see you, and you've popped up, and hope you're okay. I was a little bit late starting today, Factual. I had as I said to you earlier, I was out on the road, about a 12-hour shift. And I'd not come back very long when I got out here. These gas prices are creeping up faster than Joe Pie. Very good, Tony. Yes, I like that one. Hi, Factual Breakdown. Hope everything's okay. Hi, Factual Break. Yay! All your friends are asking after you. Excellent. Oh well. Factual Breakdown. Yeah. Hey, my stream's full of Factual Breakdown. Excellent. Yeah, she's turned up in the chat. That's good, because people were asking. Yes, he shines umpteen things. Clean, Peter Adams. Jason O'Brien, fuel and utilities will be too expensive soon. It all will be. It's creeping up, isn't it? We need to find a way around this. You've seen the media hype on flat. Yeah, Jason, you talk about inflation. I did a video yesterday, day before. I can't remember. They're all moulding into one. But it was about the fuel costs. You know, they're talking about 2 or 3 quid a litre in the papers and saying, oh, we're all in the shit. And all it's going to do is make people go out and panic buy. And then we will be in the shit. It's just it's ridiculous. They need to just shut up, go away and stand in a corner. Preferably with a dunce cap on. I don't know what other way to put it. Total craziness. I mean, they were even talking about fuel rationing from next month if the situation doesn't improve. And again, if people listen to that, they're going to go out and panic buy. It's crazy. China playing their own game as Russia will not get help from presidency. Yes, he asked for it, but got refused it, didn't he? That's very very telling. Yeah, I get you, Jason O'Brien. But I mean, there's certain broadcasters out there that use very, very incendiary, very, very direct language as well to try and manipulate a situation or manipulate the narrative. I mean, I'll mention him, Piers Morgan. He put a thing on his Twitter feed earlier saying Putin's winning, and he posted a link to a news article. Well, I found another one that said Putin's getting a good kicking and will only last another couple of weeks. So I shoved that under his reply, just to show an alternative narrative. My point was really that who do you believe? It's nuts. My friend said that the fuel in California is almost $7 a gallon. That is crazy, that. Absolutely crazy. I believe Putin asked China for bullets. Could be wrong. I haven't heard that specifically, Gary, but could be. I mean, if you fire enough ammunition, you need some more. Truth is the first casualty of war. Yeah, they're all saying different things, aren't they? RT, IRs, the telly, it's all nuts. All nuts. Article 16 could be inevitable. Frost outlines nightmare scenario for EU. Oil was $100 a barrel today, down by $30 from last week. So why has the petrol price not gone down by 35p a litre to reflect that? Christine, I saw this coming. It will go up. It won't come down. I guarantee you. It's nuts. I mean, I go to Gatwick from here, right? And it used to cost me 30 quid to get there and back. I'm putting 50 in now, and I'm not getting a lot of change out of that amount of diesel. It's mad. And Heathrow's pretty much the same. I could well put 50 or 60 in. And again, that's where we've had to put the prices up. It's crazy. I remember the utility bills a few years ago. Costs went down, but they wouldn't reduce the bills. Corporate greed again, isn't it? Gatwick is the cheapest. Yeah, I'll tell you that's a valid point, Tony. There was a time where I wouldn't fill up at Gatwick. You got the BP garage at the south terminal and the Shell at the north. I wouldn't touch them because of the price. And nowadays they're a bit cheaper than down here. So I'm putting in enough diesel to get me up there, and then have a good old top up when I'm up that neck of the woods. Stupid green taxes. Yeah, that's very true. Very true indeed. When I phoned Esso to complain, they said their garage is a franchise business, so the owners can change what they want. That's not right, surely. Yeah, surely they're governed by a certain price point, you would think. Factual breakdown, I agree with you. One bullet required, right in the smacker. That could well do the job, but it's who does it. £40 in my Transit Custom only gives me 150 miles with current fuel prices. Yeah, I've got a Tornio Custom. I don't know what reg yours is, Nigel. I can just about do Gatwick and back. It's about 160 miles on about 45-50 quid. I just about do it. But that's the illustration of how it's gone up. Anyone who has woke climate change children, oh God, make them walk to school and cold showers, and yeah, that works. I have mineral rights on some land, and it's located in the Haynesville shale gas formation. Google it, it's huge. Okay, I'll have a look when I get indoors. 64 plate, okay, mine's a 15, so I suppose pretty similar ages, aren't they? When I've seen a garage in Essex charging £1.93 a litre, so maybe they can change that if they want. Yeah, thinking about that, we've got a garage local to us. If you imagine going out, there's a town called Birchington at the top of the hill on the left. There's a Shell garage, and at the bottom of the hill there's another garage. Yesterday, the top of the hill was £1.89 a litre. At the bottom of the hill it was £1.79. All of a sudden today they're both the same. The one at the top of the hill's changed it to the same price as the one at the bottom. So they probably figured they were losing business, maybe. So maybe they do have some control over it. Who knows? This is Gabby Cabby's Daily Chat, everybody. Welcome. If you've just joined us, if you haven't done so already, give that a hit. The old thumbs up. Let's get that algorithm talking. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. And that helps as well. We need to get them moving again. Try and get up to 30,000. We seem to have stalled. My subscribers do funny things. Sometimes they go up by a lot, then they'll stall a little while, and then they'll go up some more. But Celebi, one of them things. There would be enough. Oh, I missed that one. Chelsea go out. Yeah, were they running out of money, Chelsea, or something like that? I'm sure I read that somewhere. Andy's rickshaws will be in business soon. He can't afford petrol. That's no joke. I said to my missus this morning, I'll have to dust out the old push bike I've had since I was 16 and take people to the airport on the back of that, one at a time, with a suitcase strapped to the rear axle. But we'd have to leave a lot earlier. Sugar water, yeah. That's a bit flammable, isn't it? I know Lorna Mackenzie, they were saying she could get 15 years. Okay. Mike Alligator's hanging in there, friend. Factual. Grow cereals in your garden equals biofuels. Yeah, that works. People will find alternatives if we're pushed. I mean, you look years ago with the old chip fat getting put in the petrol tanks. That worked a treat. Good news for Arsenal. Rome gone to Turkey, trying to sell Chelsea and all its assets. He's a sly man for sure. Yeah. Just WFH Andy, you could stream Taxi Driver Simulator. Yeah, I didn't know there was a Taxi Driver Simulator. Well, there is a simulator for most things, isn't there? I'll have to look at that. Factual breakdown. Still think about you. That's Mike Alligators. That's nice. Work from home. I'm with you now. I'm a bit, yeah, I get it. Chelsea is going to be an odd one. If it was to pause trading, it will not have gone under due to bad fiscal management, but government sanctions. Clubs going bust, either disappear or get points deducted. Yeah, it's that'd be sad, wouldn't it? I mean, a history like that, Chelsea, all of a sudden to go because of what's happened with sanctions. We can all enter the metaverse, simulate taxi. Yeah, I've had the suggestion more than once I should sit in my garage again with a green screen and a taxi on the back of it. I haven't even looked into the logistics of that, to be honest. At least I could probably have a little bit more light on it as well, couldn't I? It's a long time since we had a world war. Maybe now is the time. It's unthinkable, Harry. It's unthinkable because it wouldn't be a war like that, you know, safe zones, places to go. It would be awful. Elon Musk wants to fight Putin, I'm guessing for the minerals needed to build his cars. Yeah, I didn't think of that because I think the prize was a decision on what happened with Ukraine, wasn't it? But there you go. Yes, that's right, Jason. It would lead to a reset because we'd all blow ourselves to smithereens and we'd need to replace it with something. Reset the world to another state. So you can see that. Yeah, almost 40 years since the Falklands War. I was only about 4 or 5 years old when that happened, Peter Adams, but I do vaguely remember it, kind of recollections of it, only like television stuff. I might go back to my old computer games hobby, playing Xbox all day like I did when I was a teenager. We can't afford to go out in the car anymore. Yeah, it's getting like that, isn't it? I mean, I played my Xbox a little bit too much. The Gabby Cabby, hello, did you see Sky News Australia YouTube about Rand firing Fauci? No, I didn't. That's a very interesting turn up. I'll have a look. No more war. War is a needless proposition. Amen to that, Factual. The metal stock market stopped trading on battery metals. Okay. I still play the Xbox, not all day, but most evenings. My children, or my youngest at the moment, is into Fortnite. He's got the bloody Xbox set up in the living room with the TV set, and he's got the microphone and the earphones, and he gets on there and he plays it with his friends. I don't get it. Nigel the Handyman asked Paul Hibbert to help you with your IT. He's on YouTube. Okay. Peter Adams, my school friend's brother, was killed in the Falklands. His name was Jason, but we see him not long before he was killed. Yeah, it's another awful time, that, wasn't it? I get around 12 miles per gallon from my car. Never been so glad for hybrid working. Yeah. This guy from Arizona that I took back to the airport this morning, he's English, but he's lived in Arizona for about 15 years. And he said some of the cars around there, you'll be lucky if you get that out of them, about 15 to 16 miles to the gallon, pretty consistently. Peter Adams, only 17 years old. Sod Fortnite, it's Doom Eternal for me. Yeah, Doom was cool. We used to play that when I was in sixth form. We had a computer network in one of the classrooms, and we installed Doom on all the machines and managed to play it together. It's pretty good. Jason O'Brien in the office now. I play Battlefield and COD. I'm not a fan of Fortnite. These computer games of today. I remember the old ones, the old shooters, where if somebody shot you, you at least had a chance to get out the bloody way and return fire. But nowadays it's poof, dead. I've had a go at that Fortnite. It drives me nuts. And then I play it in a way where I survive quite a long time, but defeat the object. And you're supposed to come out blasting the crap out of everybody. Don't make any sense to me. Anyway, folks, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Because I'm whacked and I need to go in and eat and food and everything. We've had 40 minutes together. Tomorrow there'll be more content for you because I'm actually off tomorrow. I'm going to try and get the full hour with you tomorrow as well, like normal. And it's Wednesday as well, most of the way through the week. If you haven't done so already, folks, if I could ask you to do that on the live stream, give it a thumbs up. And yes, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. And we need to get them shifting again. And until tomorrow, have a good one, folks. And I bid you toodaloo.